Hello everybody, welcome back. So, I figure I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and actually play the game. And I'm gonna do this one whispered. I don't usually, a lot of times, I'll sit down and play the game, but I tend to get a little bit bored, but I found this family. They're on the gallery. I didn't make them. I just like, here's the attraction system. She perceives him as basic looking. I think it's funny when they come across a sin that they are not attracted to at all. And I got life decider. Like, here we can decide Dave's life, because I know he's gonna be jobless. I just threw him in the game. Like, we won't know his life at all until we start talking to him and getting to know him. Like, here, let's ask crap. Okay, never mind, let's ask Summer about her career. I think she's jobless. I think it's gonna take a minute. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, she has a job. Let's ask. Let's ask Liberty about her job. I know somebody's jobless. Okay, okay, they seem to all have jobs, so that was definitely not a good show of it. Actually, I think I might sell the radio. Let me get a computer, because I think she's gonna need a let me set beds too. Oh, she's bored. Why are you bored? What happened? Boring movie. I didn't know she was watching a movie. Okay, so we're going to assign her that bed. We're going to assign Teresa that bed for now. I gotta give the grandma the bigger bed. A lot of this will change though too as time goes on. As long as I don't get bored, you know. Because sometimes I can only play on one family for so long, but as long as I don't play on it as often, then I won't get as bored so quickly. So I figure maybe this was supposed to be the garage. Maybe I can make this like the little computer area. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, so I think what I'll do, just copy some of this over here. I'll just make the walls the same color. And then here. And then I'll just set up like a little office here. I'm gonna get rid of this radio though. I'm thinking about whether or not I'm gonna get rid of this light that they always play with. We'll just stick this like right in the middle. Let's see here. Let's this is here. It's gonna be a pretty boring house, but that's okay, because I'm just gonna have to make some money first. And then we'll just get like a cheap computer, because we're gonna be really, really broke. There we go. Okay, now let me see. Because she can chat with people online too, so, and I think that they build their friendships. Yeah, actually, I think. Oh, that's from the clay. I think I'm gonna have Nana be like the cook, you know, because she's not gonna have a job. You know, her job is gonna be to raise. Her job is gonna be to help raise Teresa. Oh God, you got on the computer. Alright, well, I guess I can let her be on the computer. One thing that I do like to use a lot, and actually do you have homework to do? Even though that she hasn't been to school yet, she still should have homework. But we'll wait first with everybody. Because it's almost over. Here, why don't you clean this up? I don't want any leftover fruitcake. I want to get rid of that. Oh, are you getting some? Okay. It's fine. You were still making that salad. Good God, woman. Alright, well, I'm gonna let her eat first. she might think so, but I don't think so. I don't think a kid should have cookies for breakfast. Oh, she's starting to stink. Well, there's only one tub. You know, and who knows, maybe Tammy will meet somebody. You know, she doesn't have to stay single for her life. You know, maybe she'll meet somebody, you know, and they can have like a blended family. This is like new for me. I don't usually start with a family. I always start with one set. And I build it up, you know, and I build up the family. I don't usually start with like a mother and a daughter, especially not with a grandma either. So, this is definitely a new way of playing, you know, and I kind of like it that way, because, I think it's better, because it's hard sometimes to stay interested with only one, sim. Oh, there is another bathroom, I didn't even see that. Oh, I'm glad she found it. But it's like, oh, you know, you always have something to do when you have multiple sims. Okay, well, she's got time to eat. Is she getting up now? I'm gonna have her. Oh, she's already cooking. Oh, she's just got leftovers now, because I don't know what she's cooking. She's probably cooking just for her. Okay, Teresa is off to school, so I'm gonna have her make friends, maybe. Oh, you just did it. You started a fire. Alright. Well, okay, everybody's got this, don't worry. Oh boy. I should have got. Oh, we don't have the kind of money to replace everything. Okay, we'll replace that. Yeah, I know. You guys did that. Actually, damn, you did that. Okay, well, we don't have enough money to, why don't you clean the floor up? So, well, actually, she should be getting some money from her knitting. But now we're not gonna have enough money to, knit and replace that, so you need to take care of your needs. Well, at least she's got a confidence boost now. Oh, you're cooking again. You burn this. You will be out of a stove if you do it again. Okay, she's going to work. Good. I'm gonna have Nana do that. Alright, you enjoy work. Let's see here. Yeah, let's have her smoosh the boss. We need a promotion. Did I say? Okay, I said her to make runs. Boy, I'm afraid to have her cook while she's finishing her cookie that she baked. I really wanted to get like a cottage type house. But I couldn't find one that was big enough for all three of them, you know, because I really didn't want them sharing rooms. I wanted everybody to kind of have their own room. So why don't you go here, go shut that on Plopsy. And then I'm gonna probably have her take. Oh, here's the Bjorns. I think that's how you say it. Bjorn. No, Bjorn. That's Bjorn. That's his name. and she